What's up, my YouTube family? It's your boy Roberto checking in with another video, guys. I hope everybody's doing great today, man. I'm doing wonderful, and we got some stuff to talk about. So Congressman Tim Burchett, if that's how you say his last name, I'm not exactly sure how you say it, was on Tucker Carlson's show. Tucker Carlson's show, talking about aliens and how they are in the oceans. Now I'm going to show you this clip of him talking about it. It's about 3 minutes long, and he talks about how there was and these are stories that he heard from military officials and stuff. There was a huge ship, size of a football field size ship underneath the ocean. Like, this is deep in our waters, a length of a football field. Just think about how long that is, guys. That is crazy. Now, he said this ship was in the ocean. It was nothing created by humans. This was something extraterrestrial underneath the ocean in some of the deepest parts of the waters. Now, we've heard about this before. We've heard about a football field size spacecraft coming towards Earth. Think about it. You remember they said there was this the length is probably like the length of a football field spacecraft coming towards Earth. Now he's talking about how there are these underwater, basically cities, it seems like, if it's the length of a football field, deep in our oceans, moving at 200 miles per hour. Guys, 200 miles an hour under the ocean? That's crazy. So that spacecraft that was coming towards Earth was actually real. And not saying that's the one underneath the ocean, but that's just another one that's on the way, because the one that's underneath the ocean has already been here. And now they have more reinforcements coming, more backup coming, guys. Something is going on in our waters, man. It is really going on in our waters. I'm going to show you this clip real quick, guys, and I'll be back and we can talk more about this.
Believe it. You don't think this is our technology?
No, I do not. There's no way it is no way it's our technology. He said that thing was 14 feet. He went like this from my canopy. And I thought to myself, why didn't he say 15? Why didn't he say 20? But he said 14. And then he said this thing, it wasn't ours. He said, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't ours. And that's all he said. And I had a very high-ranking member of the Navy describe some underwater experiences they'd had with something that was doing 200 miles. And the best thing we got is probably 40. It
was doing 200 miles an hour underwater?
Underwater, big as a football field. And that's no fish.
So is it possible, given our current understanding of physics, for any man-made machine to go anywhere near 200 miles an hour underwater?
Not with our technology, no. The best we have is probably in the high 30s. And he was converting it. Of course, knots is what the Navy guys would do, but there's nothing.
If I fire a 30-06 or any high-caliber rifle underwater, it doesn't go 200 miles an hour. I can probably catch it in the length of a swimming pool or so.
There are 5 or 6, I think, deep water areas of the ocean, where we know more about the surface of the moon than we do the surface of the ocean. And he said these are areas where we see a high propensity of these UFOs.
Where are we with disclosure?
It's funny. I've had the deep throat moment, where Nixon was overthrown, and somebody comes up to me in the hallway, in a crowded hallway, somebody who I would consider a friend, and said, Burchett, man, you really don't need to be doing this stuff, don't you? Man, you're kicking the hornet's nest on this thing.
On the UFO stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I've had them try to use it against me in campaigns and things, but, we don't ever raise enough money to matter anyway.
Use against you in campaigns?
Yeah, and the whisper campaign, or they put it on the internet. Burchett's, all he cares about is this. No, I just care about where's the tens of millions of dollars going. I have a right to know.
Well, also, this is the biggest story in human history.
Now, guys, what you just seen was a United States congressman talking about things that he's heard from military officials. These are people that are dealing with the waters all the time, guys. We spoke about this before. We heard when they had the hearing about these intelligence officers, some of these people working for NASA and all these types of things, speaking about what's underneath the waters. Our oceans hold a lot of secrets, guys. There's so much going on down there, and it amazes me that NASA doesn't research the ocean more. Why is that? Because NASA knows that there's something down there. And a lot of times this is why the waters are avoided, because of what's actually down there. Mind you, this is something something in the ocean the size of a football field. Just think about the football field, the length of the football field, and look at the stadium and stuff like that. Is huge. That's huge. So when you hear that type of stuff, it makes you think, what else is out there that we don't know about? And this thing's moving at 200 miles an hour underneath the water in some of the deepest parts. Mind you, submarines don't have windows or anything like that in the ocean because they can't. Our technology isn't to that level of capability yet. Yes, we can go deep in the ocean. We have submarines, but some of the things that this craft is doing and some of the things that these military officials speak of, it scares them. You could tell just by how they're talking about it that it's something they're not used to. And it's something that we need to worry about. Because why is our government not telling us the truth about what's in our waters? They don't even speak about the giant creatures, the kraken and things like that, that exist underneath our oceans, that are 60 and 70 foot long. There are creatures in the waters that we don't know about and have been discovered, but the government won't put it out. For what reason, I don't even know. We already go in the waters knowing there's great white sharks, killer whales, even though killer whales aren't really after humans, but still they're big, giant octopus, giant squid. There are a lot of things in that water that can eat humans. We still go in it. I'm thinking maybe it's fear or something out of it. I don't know. Maybe people finding out and fishermen being scared to go out on the waters, but I don't think it's going to affect anything. This is stuff that humans, we're naturally going to do because we are curious beings. We're curious beings. That spacecraft, not spacecraft, that thing that's in the water, that's the size of the football field, moving at 200 miles an hour, it tells us that we are not the most intelligent life form on this earth. And there is something out there much, much bigger than what we are. So it makes you wonder what exactly is about to happen. How long have these things been lurking in our waters? I mean, you got to think, we've had submarines for a good about 80 years now. So maybe about 70, 80 years now. So I can tell you now, a lot of stuff that's been going on in these deep waters, our government has known for a long time, a very long time, decades after decades, centuries. They've known this stuff. But what gets me is, why hide it? Why continue to hide it? Like how they don't tell us what's on the other side of the moon, those secret alien bases on the other side of the moon. Why they don't tell us about these giant sea monsters in the bottom of the oceans? Like, why don't they tell us that these extraterrestrial beings are interdimensional, and that's why they're able to travel through space and time so fast, because they go through different dimensions. We have not mastered that yet. Why don't they tell us? They make deals with these beings and give them humans to research on and stuff like that, and they give us their species to research on. There is a bond between our government and these things, and the ones in the ocean are the ones that are probably breaking through the dimension, the dimension hole time gap in the ocean. Like this lady spoke about this before, saying that how there was a portal out in the ocean. I believe some of these beings, their portals are in the waters. That's how they get here. It's in the waters. And I'm not saying they're only places in the waters, but the main ones are in the waters. That's why they're deep down there. And their space or watercrafts or boats or whatever you want to call them, are built for our oceans. They can handle it. They can withstand it. These beings are coming through these dimensional portals and coming to spy on us, because we are a few of the intelligent species out here in the universe. Not saying there's a lot more, but we're one of the ones that are beneath them, and it's easier for them to research without being targeted in a way which they can't handle the response. They're way more advanced than us, so it's so much easier for them to fend off us regular humans compared to another set of beings that are interdimensional and able to do the same thing they can do. And there may be beings that are higher level than them. You know, just like how we treat animals, we're more intelligent, so we treat them much differently. Guys, it's a lot of stuff going on right now, and our oceans is a very important place that we must learn and understand, because the truth is out there. It really is. But it's up to us to start putting our foot down and finding out for ourselves, guys. And after watching that video and learning more about our ocean and what's down there, it really intrigues me, and I really want to get to the bottom of it, man. I want to go out on the waters and find out what's really down there. So I'm gonna figure something out, man. I would love if I could, if I got a sponsorship that would sponsor me and a crew to go out to the oceans and figure out what's down at the depths of the oceans, what our government is hiding. I would expose it, because apparently these things aren't trying to harm us. They're doing more of a research and trying to figure things out about us. Or maybe they're the ones that created us. I don't know, man. But we're going to find out. Guys, this is Roberto Conspiracy Files. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And I don't know, maybe I could figure something out to get out on the waters. It's going to take a lot more than donations to get that done. That's very expensive. So it would take a pricey sponsorship, guys. So pay attention, stay woke, and let's fight this battle.